Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite Beta Base podcast. I mean, there's so many others out there, but there's none like this one because this is the only one where you can find B. That's me. See, the season of love and Black appreciation are coming to an end. Oh, no. But before it does, because we're like halfway through anyway, I want to speak on love and loving. But since those are not actually B words, I want to get into a lesser known B word. That's right. It's so lesser known that technically it's been retired, but I'm about to bring it back out of retirement, y'all. That word is Bitrum. Now, if you're new to these parts, let me show you how we do. Uh-oh. Oops, I did it again. Dropping some of this B-word brilliance by bringing in a little beta to love on the old English word Bitrum. Now, we've been having a lot of fun over here on the B-word. See, February. See, I'm going to call that the month of Black love. That's right. It's not just about that history. It's about sharing that history and sharing this community together. I love y'all. So we started off with a little super black. Black, blackity black. Black soul, black soul, black soul, black. Born to be black, love to be black. Authentically black, creatively black. Kin so black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, we black. And then, after being nice and super black, I went ahead and showed a little love to the besties.
We are more than just friends, you are my brothers. The one from another mother sing to each other. We will thick and thin, we here for each other. I love ya, I love ya.
Now, it is all well and good showing all that love, but I want to focus now on something a little different. Now, if you haven't heard or haven't grabbed that good old dictionary, which to some of y'all is probably called Google nowadays, Bitrum means to fortify or protect by surrounding. Now, it does have two meanings, which one of those could be another term like besiege, but I don't want to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about love, y'all. That's love. I'm talking about that black love, that brown love, that purple love, that rainbow love, and how we go about getting it. See, like me, there were several people, I'm sure some of you may be knowing some of them out there, that Valentine's Day was not as lovey-dovey as it may have been in previous years. You know, where you're sitting there at a comedy show on Wednesday. Hey, I'm not knocking them comics. They was funny, okay? They was funny as fudge. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that, you know, all the reasons, how we got here and how we move forward from this space, okay? So that means that there was probably a host of reasons that led up to the situation in the first place, right? Maybe you're young and your first like boyfriend, girlfriend, envy friend, you know, turned out to, well, not be your forever friend. And that's okay. That's okay. You know, things happen. I mean, and maybe you haven't even had your first yet. You know, that's a thing. Maybe you are fresh out of a relationship, or maybe it's been like 10 years since your last one. Like, no matter the reason, I want you to know that you are not alone. This week, I want to remind each of you that it is okay to protect yourself and to protect your heart, but don't fortify it to the point of isolation, to the point that it forgets what love and companionship genuinely feels like. I want to explore the importance of being open to love and life, you know, but also there's power in vulnerability because that vulnerability shapes our experiences. This world often makes us feel like we just need to fortify our hearts and emotions just to protect ourselves. But it is crucial to remember that true growth and fulfillment come from embracing that unknown, like the possibilities that life and love have to offer you. Because I know many of us have had our hearts broken, gave away parts of ourselves that we thought or felt would make someone love us even the way that we love them. See, we confused compromises with sacrifices. And then, I mean, let's just be honest, no matter what the reason that we are no longer in a relationship, we still deserve all of life's offerings, like the opportunity to share the ups and downs, our hopes and dreams, a safe space, and honestly, someone to call home. How can you experience this if you betrummed your heart? I told you, I'm gonna make this word a comeback. Y'all gonna like it. If you continuously reject even the most simplest pleasures out of the fear that they too will end, I want you to know that our lives are not a short story or an anecdote. They are beautifully crafted novels where you are the author. Our passions in life are not limited to the physical presence of another being or beings for my poly folks out there. So don't think that I'm saying that you need to find someone to be happy, because that's definitely not what I'm saying, y'all. I think that what you need to be happy is to find yourself. Go out there, try new things, explore more of your world outside of your job and the responsibilities. What makes you excited to get up in the morning? Don't make me just restate that whole bountiful episode, y'all. I mean, if you must know, you can refer back to one of the previous podcasts, just in case you need a little reminder. I got you. No, but seriously, like we always remember, like life is full of all these uncertainties, and it's easy to fall into these traps of wanting to protect ourselves from ever going down that path, or that fear of getting hurt, or that fear of rejection. And so by fortifying our hearts and emotions, or betrumming, not sure if that's the conjugation of that, but we're going to work with it. Basically, try to limit ourselves. We end up limiting our capacity for like joy and connection and growth. I want you to let your brilliance and brightness shine in everything that you do. But to do that, let some of the walls down. You know what? Maybe you don't even need to let the walls down. How about you add a door or a window? Let all of that love flow in and out freely. I want you to protect your heart. You can protect your heart, but you don't have to treat it like a fairy tale princess locked away in a castle like most of them are, right? Because like most of the princesses, when they are finally let out, they are naive to the world around them. They become overwhelmed by the life that they weren't living, that they take on too much. Like I'm going to call that anxiety. Like locked away because of their fear, because of somebody else's fear, that the everyday becomes overwhelming. I definitely do not want that for anyone, especially any of y'all. I mean, who else is going to be out here listening to my podcast? I be counting y'all, 5 of y'all. That's okay. I appreciate you. More power to you. Thank you for listening. No, but when you explore your interests, though, and step outside your comfort zone, or stop fear from holding you back from something that you've wanted to do, your heart will sing. I want to hear your heart song. Like, let your heart song be seen and heard by others. And when you do, you begin to attract a whole community of like individuals you'll want to explore together, like for another chapter or two in your story. Turn the fortress around your heart into a home where you nourish every part of yourself. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Like I could be saying all of this because maybe it's something I needed to hear. Because I know that I've been closed off in a lot of ways. I know that in my mind, that's not something that we should do. It's easier to want to protect ourselves. It's easier to not step out there, not go out on that limb, right? Because we don't want that branch to break, if you will. Or the earth or rug to be pulled out from under us, right? I know we've all heard it though. I know we've all heard, don't be closed off. Mr. Right will be right around the corner, blah, 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 right? They might, but you'll never know if you never go out there. You'll never know what you're passionate about. You'll never know what's out there. You never know if you don't try. You'll never know if you're not open to it. It's like that opportunity knocks thing, opportunity may only knock once. I mean, but there's other opportunities, right? They go open a window or something. I don't know. I may need to look that up. Try that one again. And that's okay. That's all right. I'm cool with that. I just think that it's really important that we figure out how to balance it. Balance our vulnerability and our need for protection. Because being open to love and life means allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, to take risks and embrace the unknown with this courage and even a set of optimism. It means that we get to let go of some of the preconceived notions and expectations and look forward to what lies ahead of us. Opening our hearts and minds to these possibilities allows us to create space for ourselves and others. Oh, and you know what? And just a small PSA, because this word still does have dual meaning. And I want to say, like, please do not besiege others in your quest for love, y'all. And what I mean by that is this is not a conquest. This is not your time to take down as many as you can. This is your time to heal yourself and love yourself. So don't go out there stalking or attacking or trapping others just because you think they check all of the boxes or whatever, because that's not cool. And that's not allowing your heart song to be seen and heard by their heart song. Maybe y'all don't have the same heart song. So patience, folks, patience. I'm sorry. It does still make me laugh a little bit. I'm just like envisioning, someone putting together a whole army right now. Like, you will love me. Don't do that. Okay. Just don't do that. That's not what we're here to do. Like, we are here to love, but not, I don't know, rape and pillage. That's not it. That's not what we're trying to do. So I just want to remind you of that, okay? So as we navigate these ups and downs, like, remember that there's power in our vulnerability because it shapes our experiences. Being open to life and love will allow us to figure out who we are. And I just want you to know, like, who you are today may not be who you are tomorrow. You may like bananas today and then find out tomorrow, like, you don't like them no more. It happens, okay? Like, it just happens. That's a part of the human experience. You are ever changing, ever evolving, and get to know and love exactly who that is. Tear down the walls or install a door or a window, whichever you're more comfortable with, and figure out just how to love you. That's it. I want to thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast. I know that this was a little different because the word of the week is Bitrum, and it's not really used anymore, let alone it's conjugated or still in most of the English dictionaries. But it is a word. It has existed, and it does mean to fortify. Although in this particular podcast, I want to remind you that it's okay to fortify, but also please be open to embracing life, the vulnerability, and all of that good stuff. Until next time, please remember to be kind to yourself, be true to yourself, be open, and be curious, because you just never know. The next chapter may just be right around the corner. Until next time, I'm B. Alexander. You can reach me on all socials. If you got questions, comments, want to share a story, want to chat, you can definitely find me at @IM_B Alexander. Or you can stop by my website, because, who doesn't have a website nowadays, at imbalexander.com. And until next week, be you. Peace.
Bro.